Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing clouds and cool conditions this morning with milder afternoons into tomorrow. With a system to the west with rain and increasing wind with time. I'll time it out on Futurecast coming up.
Wildfire worries as we await the rain here. We have a look at the destructive situation taking place in neighboring states.
Road work is currently underway in downtown Lewes. I'll tell you which street is currently closed to traffic.
Slim margin for new station. That's the situation in Georgetown. What it means for a new police facility after a referendum vote.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And from overnight, a new wildfire burning in New Jersey. Authorities say at least 20 structures are being threatened. No evacuations are underway at this time. Crews from the New Jersey Forest Fire Service are battling the multi-acre wildfire, and they're saying there's little containment there.
And here's Lakewood, New Jersey. We're going to take a look there. It's about 37 miles to the east. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy issued a drought warning last week as the state dealt with the driest conditions on record in nearly 120 years. The governor saying firefighters have responded to well over 500 blazes just since early October.
Yeah, that's how we lead off as we continue with our 6 o'clock hour with dry conditions still a big factor here. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It's Tuesday, November 19th, 2024.
So far, we've been fortunate not to have to deal with fire situations like we just saw.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've heard of some small ones here and there in Delaware, but thankfully nothing as large as in New Jersey. But still tracking dry conditions. Bob also tracking some rain, though, thankfully. So, Bob, when can we see some raindrops finally?
And we will see that rain. Good morning to you, Paige and Matt. We will see rain both here in Delaware and New Jersey as we go into the end of the week. So great news for them. It's going to be colder and wetter. So that's just what the doctor ordered, but it's going to be a couple of days. We've got 40s out the door this morning. Inland areas from Salisbury up to Milton and Redden with 50s along the coast. A little bit of a breeze along the coast, otherwise calm inland areas. And we do have some clouds. Nothing in the way of rain yet, just some clouds. We're also seeing some breaks in the overcast too. We've got a little front that's kind of going back and forth over us, over the top of us in Delmarva. There's a cold front, then a warm front. So eventually it will lift north as a warm front. We'll have another mild day, and then the wind and rain that will come our way a little bit later in the week is back to our west. Well, we've got some clouds this morning, a little more on here than Futurecast is showing with 50s. It's pretty mild by noon, close to 60, and then more clouds into the afternoon. Low to mid 60s inland, but cooler 50s at the beaches. More clouds into this evening. Bus stop forecast for the kiddos. You see that little stop sign pop out on the bus. Make sure you stop on the school bus, I should say. 49 off to school, dry and chilly, and then heading home 62, dry and mild conditions.
Thank you. New this morning, plans under review by agencies in dealing with these dry conditions. So happening today, the Delaware River Basin Commission holding a special virtual public hearing. Feedback from this will be used to help determine a course of action to conserve water if those dry conditions continue into the next year.
In Delaware, work to help other states deal with wildfires continues. The Delaware Forest Service looking for people to join its wildland fire crew. They deploy nationwide, do wildfires and other assignments. There are several courses required, and the annual training begins early next year. New this morning, one of the busiest streets in Lewes is undergoing some work.
Yeah, CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Lewes. Elisa, this closure will really affect those who like to head to downtown Lewes for something like breakfast or lunch.
Yeah, Matt and Paige, I'm currently on 2nd Street in downtown Lewes, and this street is typically filled with cars and people throughout the entire day. In the morning, typically, it's filled with people getting coffee and breakfast, and there's also a lot of shops in this area that open up early as well. But this morning, if you're looking to come here and grab some breakfast or a coffee, you're not going to be able to drive on this street because the street is currently closed because the city is doing minor resurfacing on this street. But the good news is if you want to come to Lewes a little bit later, you will be able to park on this street because that closure is expected to end at 12 when all of that work is complete. And again, this closure is only in effect for today. Tomorrow it will not be in effect, and the latest they expect it to be closed is at 12 today. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. Live in Lewes. Happening today, the Ocean City Planning and Zoning Commission is taking another look at proposed changes for short-term rentals. With nearly 9,000 of them in Ocean City, the council is considering new regulations to address this increasing demand on residential neighborhoods. Proposed changes include a minimum stay requirement, also stricter occupancy limits, and there will be a public hearing tonight at 6:30.
Also happening today, a chance to learn more about the study that's being conducted to create a path that connects the city of Milford with the town of Slaughter Beach. Back in May 2023, Milford and Slaughter Beach received a grant to support the design to build a pathway between the two areas. And today, the study team conducting pop-up events to share details about the study, develop an understanding of the community's needs, and collect feedback.
Got developing news in Georgetown. By a very slim margin, people in the county seat vote in a referendum to move forward with the construction of a new police station. It was just a 13-vote difference, 183 in favor, 170 against. What this does, it allows the town to borrow up to $18 million to pay for the new police station and public works building off of University Drive. We went to Georgetown to learn what people there think about this, and here is some of what we heard.
I don't understand as a property owner here how we ended up trying to change direction, and I think by passing this, we're going in the right direction because the law enforcement community and the public works community here needs better facilities.
I think it's a good idea. I just think that the track that we're on is not the right position for the police station and the additional buildings. I think some research needs to be done on other locations.
And while opinions on Monday's outcome vary, what a new station will mean to police is clear. Chief Ralph Holm told CoastTV it will make the department stronger and will help bring in even more officers to the force.
The future of one property in Rehoboth Beach remains undecided. The zoning of 330 Rehoboth Avenue was up for discussion Monday night. The city has been looking at changing that portion of the property from single-family resident district to central commercial district. The property is currently Limitless Development Construction Consulting, and the tenant requested to change the zoning more than 5 years ago. Letters submitted to the city express some concern about massive commercial development that could turn this building into something like a hotel.
We seem to be getting closer and closer to commercial building, and I'd like for our development to stay as a residential development.
In the Monday meeting, the applicant requested to pause the public hearing until a later date.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what is your biggest concern about rezoning in your area? So let's take a look at the updated results.
All right, let's see. 85% of you, oh, nope, just changed. 84% of you say it's overdevelopment. That went down 1%. A couple of you chiming in still with property values, noise and traffic, and public safety. A lot of good options there. Go vote if you haven't. Go to coasttv.com/vote or vote on our app.
New this morning, expanding pediatric services in Sussex County. BB Healthcare opening a new clinic, New Moors Children's Health in Selbyville. And according to BB, the clinic will provide cardiology consultations, imaging, diagnostic services, and more. The outpatient clinic is located inside their primary care facility. Big key here, healthcare providers, they'll be able to use resources from New Moors pediatric specialists when treating patients. Now taking a live look at the White House, Washington, D.C. Maybe one light is on there as one president winds down. Another one is about to begin, and some of President-elect Trump's cabinet picks, they continue to find themselves under fire, not only from Democrats, but some Republicans as well, as new details emerge surrounding the pick for Attorney General. Former Representative Matt Gaetz, the House Ethics Committee investigated allegations that Gaetz had a sexual encounter with a 17-year-old girl, which Gaetz has denied.
NBC News has learned the Ethics Committee will meet tomorrow. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us Trump's battle to confirm his cabinet.
President-elect Trump's cabinet picks under scrutiny.
This entire White House is going to be one giant conflict of interest.
On Capitol Hill, there is growing criticism of Mr. Trump's selection for Attorney General Matt Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee investigated allegations of illicit drug use and sexual misconduct, including allegations that he had sex with a minor. Joel Leopard represents an alleged witness. NBC News is not naming them.
She testified that her belief was that Representative Gaetz had no knowledge that she was under 18, that she was 17 years old at the time he was having sex with her. She also testified that when Representative Gaetz found out that she was underage, that they stopped their sexual relationship and did not resume it until after she turned 18.
Gaetz, who resigned from Congress last week, denies the allegations. The House Ethics Committee meets Wednesday to discuss its investigation. Lawmakers are divided over whether the committee's report should be released.
The facts are going to come out one way or the other, And I would think it would be in everybody's best interest, including the president's, not to be surprised.
Trump is urging senators to support his pick to lead the Justice Department, while also confirming his plans to uphold a campaign promise on mass deportations. His selection for border czar is doubling down.
We're going to take the handcuffs off ICE. ICE knows what they're looking for.
The president-elect also signaling plans to declare a national emergency and use the U.S. military to implement his mass deportation program. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
A familiar mug graced the desk of Seth Meyers on his show Monday night. You can kind of see it, bottom right of your screen next to that weird little figure. I don't know what that is. Yes, that is our very own CoastTV mug right on Meyers' desk. And we have him too.
Yeah, no weird figures here, but we do have the classic mug.
The classic mug, very cool. He is a huge fan of CoastTV, allegedly. I made that up.
People say.
The people say.
Some people say.
Exactly, but yeah, it's very cool here, so maybe you saw that. But right now, we're just getting started on CoastTV News Today.
Yeah, first responders learn how to save their canine partners' lives.
Also ahead, tackling erosion on beaches on Route 1, the important work being done to combat flooding.
And next, a new program at Sussex Tech. It's helping students continue their education after high school. CoastTV News Today is back after this.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota, like Camry.
Wait, what?
RAV4 Hybrid.
Cool.
Tundra, and more.
Whoa.
How'd you do that? Toyotathon magic.
Right now, buy a rugged new Tacoma with low 2.99 APR financing. Or lease an SR5 model Tacoma for just $229 a month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge. As our thank you, we'll list our business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
You can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
6:13 on our Tuesday morning, seeing some blue skies, some daylight on our Dover camera. Bay Health 45, and we've got 40s inland. Make sure you grab a jacket out the door. 49 Ocean Pines. We've got mid-50s from Ocean City up to Rehoboth right now. Winds are very, very light. A bit of a breeze along the coast, which is pretty typical, and we're seeing just some mid to high-level clouds floating through. We're looking at a dry day on the way. And not a bad forecast for the ferry ride up to Cape May and back. We're looking at 50s this morning. And with that north-northeast breeze, you definitely want to bundle up a little bit, but a mix of sun and clouds, and then should be topping out somewhere near 60 as we go into the mid-afternoon hours.
This morning, more options for continuing education in Sussex County. Sussex Tech says it has created an agreement with the Indian River School District for its Certified Nursing Assistant program. This means that high school seniors taking this class, they'll get credit on their transcripts. The school says the course is grant-funded and already full with a waiting list.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating 2 Ford recalls. One investigation involves the seatbelts, the other is over a sudden loss of power. The investigations come just days after the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration announced Ford would have to pay a $165 million civil penalty. Juice brand Tropicana recently redesigned its classic bottle. It has not been a hit. People are passionate about this one. I am too. Tropicana ditched its clear plastic bottles that were shaped like carafes and replaced them with the more traditional looking plastic bottles. Basically went from fancy to traditional. What's the big deal? Prices on the new bottle, they're supposed to be lower, but not all stores are following Tropicana's price recommendation. That's not cool. It's leading to some complaints of shrinkflation. Orange juice.
I love you're passionate about this one, Paige.
And I take the unpopular opinion, apparently. I like the bottle. All right, still ahead this morning, some important stuff. Battling breaches by bracing the bay. The important work being done to keep flooding off of Route 1.
Brightening skies on our Rehoboth cam right now. Sunrise at 6:48 and a beautiful start to the day. A mild couple of days with clouds and increasing rain and wind later in the week, followed by a dry and cooler weekend. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up in 2 minutes.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign, a magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here. As the season changes and temperatures drop, Spicer Brothers is turning up the heat with Black Friday sizzling savings. Right now, save 30% off your complete roofing system. Plus, save an additional $1,000 off your new roof during our Black Friday sale. At Spicer Brothers, excellence is our standard, ensuring each project is built to last a lifetime. Call our office by December 15th and schedule your free in-home consultation to take advantage of the Black Friday sizzling savings. Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
We're approaching 6:18 on this Tuesday morning, and you are looking live at Rehoboth Beach. Hints of the morning sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean. How about that, Paige? I got one.
Wow. I'm excited for you.
I am too. All right, and we're building, Bob, towards some rain later today.
We are. We're about a half hour from sunrise, by the way, Matt, and a beautiful sunrise there. There is rain in our future. We talked about New Jersey earlier, where they are parched. They, too, will get in on this rainy system as we go through the week ahead. We're dry today. We could see a few sprinkles tonight or widely scattered showers, but I think the better chance comes Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and with that, a ton of wind, too. Maybe wind gusts over 50, and then some showers and much cooler to end the week through Friday. And then we do dry it out for the weekend, but it will be cool at that time. And it's cool out the door this morning, but not especially cold. We're not scraping frost. Don't have any fog, anything like that. 47 Salisbury, 46 into Georgetown, Milton 47, 53 Rehoboth, and 54 in Bethany Beach right now. Winds are calm inland areas, a little bit of a breeze along the coast, nothing too strong. And we have some mid to high level clouds making for a pretty sunrise here in about a half hour. And that's all we're seeing right now are clouds streaming in from the north and west along a front that has dropped to the south as a cold front, but it'll probably bounce back to the north as a warm front later today, giving us another mild day. We see one spinning area of low pressure across the upper Midwest with rain there, and then a cold front with more energy across the deep south. So this system is heading our way and will give us a better chance of rain and wind with time, but not today. We're looking at 40s out the door, by mid-morning, we're in the 50s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds and another mild day by 12:30. Many of us away from the coast in the lower 60s. So lower 60s should do it for highs, maybe mid-60s around Del Mar and Salisbury, 50s along the coast. We've got the clouds this evening and staying mild. Maybe a few sprinkles through the overnight into Wednesday morning. Otherwise, much of Wednesday is dry and mild once again with 60s. But then the changes Wednesday night as a cold front comes. Winds ramp up from the south. The showers pick up. And then a sharp cold front and very strong winds through the overnight hours. You're going to want to secure your outdoor items, Christmas decorations, Wednesday night into Thursday morning because those winds will be howling and a very windy Thursday, much colder. Look at these temperatures, 40s and 50s. Clouds fill back in as we go into the afternoon. As we have an upper level low, there will be snow across Pennsylvania into the lee of the lakes and the mountains to our west, but we'll see much colder air, windy conditions, and rain into Friday, but then drying out as we go into the weekend. As those winds at times, look at this, will be over 50 miles per hour with that cold front swinging through, and then very gusty winds as we go through your Thursday and much colder as well. Could see maybe up to about 0.4 of an inch of rain from this system. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mild the next couple of days, and then rain later Wednesday into Thursday, windy and much colder with highs only in the 50s, only 50 on Friday with showers, and then for the weekend, mix of sun and clouds and highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s.
Bob, we have developing news along the Delaware coast. Sheet metal walls are starting to line a troubled spot on Route 1. These are designed to protect the busy highway from future dune breaches. This past week, crews have been prepping the site, and that metal sheet finally starting to take shape. DelDOT says the roughly $800,000 project will use 700 linear feet of this metal and prevent or at least limit the chances of Route 1 being damaged.
So the sheet piling is a belt and suspenders approach to protecting the Route 1 highway itself. In the event that there's a future dune breach, it will prevent the undermining of Route 1.
And Probert says they are expecting the contractor to be done within 2 weeks.
One of Ocean City's biggest bridges will close to boaters. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says work on the Route 50 starts in January. It'll go until mid-March. This is big news for boaters because during that time, heads up, the span over the Isle of White Bay will not be able to open. The navigation channel under the bridge will also be closed to boaters. Coming up next, first aid for Fido. Local police are getting training in how to help their canine sidekicks should they get hurt on the job.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
It's the Red Tag event going on now at IG Burton Chevrolet. See some red, save some green. Discounts up to $12,500 off, 0% financing, and leases starting at just $299 a month. If you're looking for a great deal, now's the time to get behind the wheel at IG Burton Chevrolet. Come see us today at any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Melford, Seaford, Lewes, or Berlin, or online at igburton.com for all the details. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody!
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays, anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups and unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go, with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Huddle up for Nittany Game Week.
Get a sideline seat with coaches Jay Paterno and Tom Bradley as they join host Todd Sadowski for expert analysis on the blue and white. Nittany Game Week, Friday nights at 10:30 and Saturday mornings at 11 on DSN.
This week, local police departments learning what it takes to help their canine officers A training session was hosted by the Ocean View Police Department on Monday. The Delaware Emergency Management Agency taught canine officers and EMS how to care for their injured partners. It comes after some recent legislation that requires first responders to be able to provide medical care to injured police dogs.
I think this class is really important, specifically because as officers, we don't have EMS for canines. What we have is ourselves. So having the ability to potentially save our dogs' lives with these medical interventions, prolong them long enough to get surgical or medical treatment later on, I think that's really beneficial to us.
And more training sessions like these, it'll be held later this week. There's one on November 20th. There's another one on the 21st.
The holiday season is here. It is in full swing. The most wonderful time of the year for many of us, but it can be a difficult time for many of us as well. And that's where Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign can help bring good Christmas spirit to everyone. But we do need your help to make that happen.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little ones.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations, which give gifts to children this holiday season.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva because WBOC covers all administrative costs.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. And as our thank you, we'll list your business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
And you can donate by sending a check or money order to address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us. We've had some Novembers that have been raw, Bob, but not the case so far in this one.
Not yet, but that could change down the road. But we're looking at a nice beach day as we go through the day. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, we're looking at filtered sunshine today. Not a bad beach day. Light winds, temperatures near 60 in both locations. UV index is low. Waves only around 2 to 3 feet. Lewes, a nice ferry ride up to Cape May with highs into the upper 50s, maybe close to 60 a little bit later in the day. And then Rehoboth, you're into the upper 50s, a little cooler at sunset. Cambridge, the next 3 days, dry and mild today, but then the rain and wind ramps up Wednesday night into Thursday. Windy there, and then Crisfield, similar conditions for you. Rain and wind, and then sharply colder into the end of the week. More on that, and then a dry and cooler weekend coming up the next half hour.
Bob, also coming up after the break, FEMA to take the stand. The agency is set to testify on hurricane responses today.
Ballots have been counted, and the outcome, it's better for police facilities in Georgetown. We have the aftermath of a close referendum vote.
And crews continue to battle the flames in New Jersey during the ongoing drought conditions in the region. How many structures are being threatened at this time? That's up next.
This Thanksgiving season, Delaware Electric Cooperative is giving $10 million back to the people we are proud to power. Members who received electric service from the co-op in 2012 and 2013 will receive a credit on their November bill. As a not-for-profit utility, the credits are a return on the investment members have made in DEC over the years. Our co-op belongs to you, and we're so thankful to power Central and Southern Delaware.
From our co-op family to yours.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Are you tired of your old and dirty floors? Your living room looks like it survived a piñata party with 100 kids? Don't worry, Matt the Carpet Guy is the flooring hero.
Here you find a great selection of vinyl flooring and carpets in stock at the best price. With LVP starting at $1.99 a square foot, we're a family business working with contractors, installers, and do-it-yourselfers.
Don't worry, Matt the Carpet Guy is the flooring hero.
Flooring done right.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
In 2019, two visionaries banded together behind a restaurant to create the ultimate pizza, starting from scratch, just like our dough. At the Dough Bar, everything is a season for a reason. From our gourmet specialty pizzas to our signature sandwiches and mouth-watering entrees, we use high-quality ingredients for a freshness you'll crave. Enjoy our specialty cocktails with 16 craft brews on tap, or toast your own s'mores tableside by the water. Order online or visit the Dough Bar, Milton, Delaware's hidden gem.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're seeing clouds and cool conditions this morning with milder afternoons into tomorrow. Then a system to our west promises wind and rain later in the week. I'll time it out on Futurecast coming up.
Thrive in these dry conditions. Delmarva looking forward to some more rain, but the battle against wildfires taking place in neighboring states continues.
A typically busy street in Lewes is currently closed to traffic. I'll tell you how long this closure will be in effect for.
Barely getting borrowing support. It was a very close vote as we look at what is next in Georgetown after a referendum passed to help build its new police station.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And from overnight, we got some incredible images of a wildfire in New Jersey. Just look at this. Crews from the state's Forest Fire Service battling the multi-acre wildfire. They're saying there's little containment there, and authorities say at least 20 structures are being threatened. So far, no evacuations are underway in this particular area at this time.
We do have some better news for a fire that we've been tracking this month. Video of a wildfire in Orange County, New York. This is near the New Jersey border. The fires burned more than 7,000 acres, mostly on the New York side, which is now reporting to have it nearly contained.
And that is how we start this half hour. We're dealing with another dry day here on Delmarva. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. It's Tuesday, November 19th, 2024.
And we're approaching, time is 6:31 as we make our way on this Tuesday morning. Saw some sunrise moments ago. We saw Lisa there in Lewes and other areas along the coast.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to the sun times, though. You know what I mean? I took a nap yesterday, woke up, thought it was the middle of the night. Freaked myself out.
Right, was it like 4 o'clock when you woke up?
It was like 4:11. Good job. Yes. How'd you know? But yeah, it was scary.
I saw a meme about that. That's why it popped in my mind.
Exactly. But then you're just like, well, there's nothing else to do but go back to bed.
Go back to bed.
It's too dark outside. Exactly. So we're still getting used to it. If you are too, then you're not alone. But we're going to bring in Bob right now. Bob, are you still getting used to this new change in the times?
I am, and I'm with you, Paige. I have done the same thing, taking a nap later in the afternoon with this time change. And you get up around 4:30 and you're like, wait, it's dark. And yes, it's getting dark earlier now, of course, as we're getting close to winter time. We're looking at the chill out the door this morning. Temperatures in the mid-40s from Salisbury up to Milton and Seaford, and then mid-50s at the coast. A little bit of a breeze there, so make sure you have a heavier jacket, but we're not scraping frost, no fog or anything like that, as we are seeing some clouds streaming in from the northwest, making for a beautiful sunrise here in about 20 minutes or so, but just clouds, nothing on the way. Precipitation, that is back to our west, and there's wind energy, and much needed rain is on the way for us and New Jersey as well. So here's Futurecast this morning. We're looking at temperatures warming through the 50s with filtered sunshine. We'll call it mostly cloudy, mild, lower 60s around noon, and then low 60s, I think, for highs mid-afternoon, and 50s at the coast, and then a mostly cloudy evening with temperatures into the 50s. So good travel weather to work or school, dry and chilly this morning. No fog, no frost, anything like that. And then the green light for your afternoon and evening commute, dry and mild conditions.
Thank you, Bob. And in dealing with dry conditions this month, we've had some rain. Definition of significant rain does vary, but here's what we've tracked so far in November for a couple of areas. At the Roosevelt Inlet in Lewes, got about 3/4 of an inch this month. Georgetown, it's 0.65. Ocean City, 0.81. Now, for comparison, Sussex County received over 2 inches of rain last November. Ocean City's overall November average is about 1.5 inches. In Delaware, work to help other states deal with continues. The Delaware Forest Service looking for people to join its wildland fire crew, and they deploy nationwide to wildfires and other assignments. There are several courses required. The annual training begins early next year.
We are now going to turn to Lewes. That's where a popular street is currently undergoing some road work.
And that is where we find Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber. Now, this closure will take effect for those who normally like to head downtown. Good morning, Elisa.
Yeah, good morning, Matt and Paige. I'm currently on 2nd Street in downtown Lewes, and this is typically a popular area at all times during the day, but especially in the morning. People love to come and grab coffee here, grab breakfast here. There's a lot of cafes and a lot of shops in this area. But today, if you're looking to come here this morning, this street is actually going to be closed to traffic until 12 p.m. And the city says, you can probably hear in the background some construction vehicles, that there are some minor resurfacing projects that are currently underway. But again, this closure, it's only in effect until 12 p.m. today. So if you want to come to Lewes in the afternoon, you will be able to park on this street as long as all of that work is done. But again, this closure only in effect for today. Tomorrow morning, everything is supposed to be running normally. Back to you.
Lisa Weber, thank you for that. Happening today, the Ocean City Planning and Zoning Commission is taking another look at proposed changes for short-term rentals. Nearly 9,000 of them are in Ocean City, and the council there is considering new regulations to address the increasing demand on residential neighborhoods. Proposed changes include a minimum stay requirement and also stricter occupancy limits. There will be a public hearing about this tonight at 6:30.
Also happening today, a chance to learn more about the study that's being conducted to create a path that connects the city of Milford with the town of Slaughter Beach. Back in May 2023, Milford and Slaughter Beach received a grant to support the design to build a pathway between those two areas. Today, the study team is conducting pop-up events to share some details about the study, develop an understanding of the community's needs, and collect feedback. Two are happening tonight in Milford. One is at the Memorial Fire Company. The other is at the International Market. All right, well, a Monday night vote will now change the way that police operate in Georgetown.
Yeah, the two new buildings, one for police, one for public works, got the green light. But to make all this happen, it is going to take a big chunk of change.
As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, that part's getting some mixed reactions.
After months of debate in Georgetown, finally a vote was held and ballots were cast. A referendum allowing locals to determine whether or not the town should borrow up to, but no more than, $18 million, all to fund a new police station and public works building off of University Drive. And the result?
And the outcome is passed.
By a slim margin, just 13 votes, 183 in favor, 170 against. One woman tells CoastTV she is glad to see the results go in that direction.
There needs to be updates to the facilities that you work in. If we're going to be able to fight crime in our communities, you need the appropriate type of facility for that.
But others feel like everything is happening too fast.
I think some research needs to be done on other locations.
For Georgetown Police Chief Ralph Holm Jr., it's a big win and signals a bright future.
By the time I leave, to turn it over to the next generation of police officers, Georgetown police officers, and have this brand new building.
While opinions on Monday's outcome vary, what a new station will mean to police is clear. Chief Holm told CoastTV it will make the department stronger and will help bring in even more officers to the force. While it only passed by 13 votes, those that were here at the town hall Monday night to hear the results being read were very pleased with the outcome and are looking forward to a bright future for the police department. In Georgetown, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
You're now looking live at Washington, D.C., and later today in that building on your screen, members of Congress hope to get some answers from FEMA over their response to recent disasters in Florida and North Carolina. FEMA Administrator Director Deanne Criswell scheduled to testify at a congressional hearing. The hearing is entitled "In the Eye of the Storm: Oversight of FEMA's Disaster Readiness and Response." This is on the heels of the firing of FEMA Supervisor Marnie Washington, who advised a survivor assistance team not to visit Florida homes with yard signs supporting Donald Trump leading up to the election. It's currently estimated that over 20 homes were skipped in Florida alone due to this directive from Washington.
More fallout continues this morning as new details emerge surrounding President-elect Trump's picks for Attorney General, former Representative Matt Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee investigated allegations that Gaetz had a sexual encounter with a 17-year-old girl, which Gaetz has denied. The House Ethics Committee will meet Wednesday to discuss its investigation. Lawmakers are divided over whether the committee's report should or should not be released.
The facts are going to come out one way or the other.
And also, President-elect Trump has named Sean Duffy as his selection to lead the Department of Transportation. He's a former congressman, Fox News host, and once starred in the MTV show Real World.
Got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, more visas for a key part of Delmarva's economy. Just how many more workers are expected and how soon?
Also, Coastal teams state championship win. We have the Henlopen Conference soccer success that is still being celebrated.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
Christmas is around the corner. Let Paul Davis check that deck project off your list and get a free fire pit.
We'll bring the showroom to you, take measurements, and give you an estimate that day. Our AZAC composite decking looks amazing, won't fade or rot, and is maintenance-free with a lifetime warranty. From design to permitting and building, we're with you every step of the way.
Take 20% off your deck project, get a free gas fire pit, and pay as little as $100 per month. Call today.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
For over 50 years, our mission at Herker Property Maintenance has been very clear. Deliver exceptional curb appeal to neighborhoods, businesses, and property management. Our team of highly trained professionals are committed to making your properties look attractive, clean, and professional, limiting your risk of issues arising. From landscaping to full-service exterior maintenance, Herker's your one-stop solution. Send your RFP to Herker Property Maintenance now and discover how Herker can save you thousands and elevate your property curb appeal.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
It is 6:41 on our beautiful, well, it's not a black Tuesday morning. Here we go. Sunrise on the Irish Eyes Cam. Beautiful shot worth waiting for. 54 in Lewes right now. We've got 50s at the beaches, 40s inland. Salisbury 47, Georgetown 46. A little bit of a breeze along the coast, calm inland areas. And we have some mid to high level clouds, but all in all, I think we're looking good. No fog, no frost this morning. We're looking at a dry day, just some clouds, and it will be mild. If you're riding the ferry, looking pretty nice out there. We're looking at, well, a mix of sun and clouds and temperatures into the 50s, upper 50s by noon, and a light breeze from the east. Here is our pumpkin spice meter. I'm going extra large today, please. Yeah, why not? We're looking at 60s into the afternoon, around 63 at 4. And in case you missed it earlier, Sherry Ann Webster from Millsboro is our umbrella winner. Congratulations to her from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
A Millsboro Police Department annual tradition. It is back. Whiskers for Wishes. It's a campaign to raise money for Christmas gifts for local kids in need. And officers, they will grow their facial hair to raise donations, with each officer donating $50. Last year, they raised nearly $6,000 to help 10 families. And this year's gifts will be given before Christmas.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Over the weekend, some boys soccer state champs were crowned in Delaware. One of those teams vying for the title was the Caesar Rodney Riders, who have come so close the last couple of seasons. Could they get over the hump this time? Early in the first, Riders on the run. Joseph Honoru sends it in front to Idwali Simon, who finds the back of the net, and all of a sudden, the Riders are on the board with an early 1-0 lead against Salesianum. Into the second half, it's 1-1. A Riders throw bounces off Jamal Richards' head, and Trevor Sullivan finishes the biggest goal of his life. The Riders go on to win it 3-1 over Salesianum and clinch the program's first title in 30 years. What a great finish to a special season. And in D2, Sussex Academy looking for the same result. First half, Chase Ballinger heads it home to give the Seahawks the lead. But this game would go into PKs, and the Seahawks would have to utilize 2 different keepers and some timely finishing, but it was enough to cap off a thrilling finish for the second straight year. The Sussex Academy Seahawks are back-to-back state champions thanks to a 2-1 victory over St. Andrews. And in Maryland, the Queen Anne's County Lions girls soccer squad also won a state title over the weekend. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night is at 6:30. Stephen Decatur facing off against Washington in field hockey. At 8:30, Salisbury University will battle Johns Hopkins in men's soccer. At 10:30, you can tune in for the final score.
And moments away from a beautiful sunrise. Got a ship in the distance. Sun should be right around there coming up shortly. 53 in Rehoboth. We're looking at a couple of mild days, some clouds, then increasing rain and wind, especially later Wednesday and Thursday, followed by a dry and cooler weekend. I'll track it on FutureCast coming up in 2 minutes.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on Coast TV.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's comfort with Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Now through December 7th, get up to $2,200 with Carrier's Cool Cash Instant Rebate on qualifying systems. That's right, big savings on a brand new, energy-efficient heating system. You may also be eligible for a federal tax credit up to $2,000 with a qualified system. Get it done now and stay warm all winter long. Call Coastal Comfort or visit coastalcomfort.com, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Time is now 6:46, and we are going to take a live look at Laurel, see what's going on there this Tuesday morning. Is that Laurel? Wow, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just not used to it looking like that right now, Bob, but it looks good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're liking that today. Pretty mild, too, so not a bad day.
Yeah, beautiful conditions, Paige. Sun's coming up here in about a minute or so. We're going to look at a mild day. In fact, we've got a couple of mild days, highs in the 60s today and tomorrow. A little warmer tomorrow, and then that's it for the warm air. 55 on Thursday with falling temperatures, only 50 on Friday. Much of the day, I think, is in the 40s. It's windy, it's cloudy, and then 56 on Saturday. So a little warmer into the weekend, but still pretty chilly. And we do ramp up those rain chances a little bit as we go into tonight and tomorrow, but a much better chance of showers, much needed rain as we go into Wednesday night and early Thursday. That's when the winds will be really ramping up. In fact, it'll be windy the rest of the week and then chilly and drier into the weekend. Right now, 47 in Salisbury, 46 in Georgetown, Milton 45. We've got 50s from Ocean City up to Rehoboth right now. Nothing in the way of fog or frost or anything like that. Just a light breeze at the present time and some mid to high level clouds making for a pretty sunrise. We do have a little front that's moving through Delmarva. It's coming through as a cold front, but I think later today it'll lift back north as a warm front, and we'll be looking at mild conditions. We've got energy and storminess back to our west. Low pressure across the Great Lakes, and then more rain back into the deep south. This surface low will track into the Great Lakes and then turn into an upper level low and bring us cooler and wetter weather by the end of the week. Futurecast this morning, we're looking good with a mix of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the mid-50s, mid-morning. morning and then 60 by about 12:30. I think we could be as warm as 64 in Salisbury and Del Mar around 3 o'clock, but only 50s at the beaches, around 62 in Millsboro. Now, as we go through this evening, temperatures in the 50s. Could see a few sprinkles, light showers through the overnight hours. Otherwise, it's going to be a cloudy Wednesday with temperatures into the low 60s. And then tomorrow night, this is where we get into the active weather. Heavier rain, winds out of the south getting gusty, and then sharply shifting to the north and west, and very strong winds as we go into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. You're going to want to fasten the outdoor decorations, Christmas decorations, the inflatable Santas and everything. Yeah, they're going to be blown around. And then very windy into Thursday and cold with 50s. And then in the afternoon, we're looking at clouds and more showers as we have an upper level low with snow across Pennsylvania. Their first snow also back into the mountains for us. It's a cold rain on Friday, which does dry out as we go into the upcoming weekend. And the weekend's looking good. It's just windy Wednesday night. And look at this, wind gusts over 50 miles per hour early Thursday morning could cause some wind damage. And then very gusty winds as we go into Thursday out of the northwest over 30 miles per hour. And as far as rainfall amounts, about 2/10 to about 4/10 of an inch of rain. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mild through Wednesday, and then the heavier rain Wednesday night into Thursday. Very windy, turning sharply colder with 50s. Only 50 Friday with showers, and then not as cold for the weekend, but still chilly, breezy, and a mix of sun and clouds.
Today, the Greenwood Public Library is partnering with Operation Warm to provide families with new coats. Today, they'll be inviting families to stop by the library to receive their coats while supplies last. You can stop by anytime between 3:30 and 6:30, and there will also be cookies and seasonal crafts for your children to enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds like a great event there. Got some big news from Maryland's seafood industry. The U.S. government is releasing nearly 65,000 more H-2B visas. The visas apply for non-citizens who come temporarily for non-agricultural work, and they're commonly used for workers who come over to the U.S. to pick crabs.
All right, it's 6:50 now this morning. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Let's take a look at today's coastal pet of the day. Is the king of Asgard, currently sharing dinner on the beach with his dad. Boy, you can look at that there. Also, he's got his sons Loki and other ones there. But I wonder what kind of food he's got going on.
Fit for a god, it says.
It says that, yeah.
Wow.
And this was submitted to us by Jackie in Lewes.
Okay, wait, Odin, remind me how he's related to Thor and Loki.
Odin, I think, is the dad.
He's their dad?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do a good job. They fight all the time.
They do.
And that Odin's a better dad than the one in the Marvel comics. All right, we want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos of them. Tell us what makes them so special.
Get that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to us here, and then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
We're seeing a beautiful start to the day on our Irish Ice Cam in Lewes, 54. A nice day in store. We've got a couple of mild days with clouds and then increasing wind and rain later in the week, followed by a dry and cool weekend in your forecast. I'll have the 10-day extended forecast coming up next. Stay tuned.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
You'll be walking in a winter wonderland at Bellaterra's Garden Center this holiday season. From freshly cut Christmas trees and handmade wreaths to poinsettias and Christmas ornaments, let Bellaterra deck your halls and trim your tree. You'll love Christmas shopping at Bellaterra Garden Center as we transform into your ultimate Christmas destination. Bellaterra Landscapes and Garden Center, your Christmas tree headquarters. Bellaterra is located right off Route 16 and Ellendale, Delaware.
I needed to do some safe floor. I slipped in my old floor and I broke my kneecap. I called Pinnacle, they came. The team was very professional. And then when I came home 2 o'clock, my garage was done. That's the best part. I loved it. Pinnacle did a really great job. They did this beautiful floor and safe to walk. Call Pinnacle, you will not be disappointed. You'll be happy like I am.
Purdue and Salisbury has polluted the groundwater, and we have reason to believe that the contaminated groundwater has migrated to nearby community wells. Our team of environmental attorneys and experts are investigating this public health crisis now. We win cases like this. We are prosecuting a PFAS case in Northeast Maryland now, and recently won battles against large corporations, against Mount Airy in Delaware and a paper plant in South Carolina. If you want more information, please call, email, or visit our website at purduepollution.com.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
Time is now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. A new wildfire is burning in New Jersey. Authorities say at least 20 structures there are being threatened. No evacuation orders are underway at this time. Crews from the New Jersey Forest Fire Service are battling the multi-acre wildfire with really no containment right now. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy issued a drought warning last week as the state continued to deal with the driest conditions on record in nearly 120 years. The governor said firefighters have responded to well over 500 blazes since early October.
FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell scheduled to testify at a congressional hearing today. The hearing is entitled "In the Eye of the Storm: Oversight of FEMA's Disaster Readiness and Response." And this is on the heels of the firing of FEMA Supervisor Marnie Washington, who advised a survivor assistance team not to visit Florida homes with yard signs supporting Donald Trump leading up to the election. It's currently estimated that over 20 homes were skipped in Florida alone.
In Delaware, work to help other states deal with wildfires continues. The Delaware Forest Service looking for people to join its wildfire crew. They deploy nationwide to wildfires and other assignments. There are several courses required for this. The annual training begins early next year.
More fallout continues this morning as new details emerge surrounding President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General, former Representative Matt Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee investigated allegations that Gaetz had a sexual encounter with a 17-year-old girl, which Gaetz has denied. The House Ethics Committee meets Wednesday to discuss its investigation. Also, President-elect Trump has named Sean Duffy as his selection to lead the Department of Transportation.
All right, 6:56, time for a look at your forecast now before you head out your door.
Bob, we are prepping for a change in conditions.
Yeah, I think that's going to come later Wednesday night, and Thursday morning in the form of rain and wind. So prepare for that. You're going to want to secure your outdoor items. A lot of wind then, but today, pretty placid out there, pretty tranquil, light winds, a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures warming through the 40s, 50s, and into the low 60s later today. So if you want to put out those Christmas decorations, do some yard work, a good day for that, around 63. And then your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, another mild day Wednesday. It's the last one, 67. Cloudy skies, the rain ramps up into the evening, and so do the winds. Could be gusting over 50 miles per hour at times, especially early Thursday morning during the nighttime hours, and then windy and much colder on Thursday, 55 degrees, and then lingering showers Friday, a high of only 50. Much of the time will be in the 40s. It's going to be feeling like winter. And then 50s for the weekend and dry, and then warming up into next week. And then the big travel day, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, looks a little rainy, 59. And for the Turkey Day, yeah, could be a little wet, but we'll continue to watch that forecast around 55.
Bob, thank you so much. And thank you all so much for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And then we'll be back with Coast TV Midday at 11, so stick with us.
Yeah, and for even more news and coverage you can count on, we got some weather changes coming up. You want to have your Coast TV News weather app for that. Till Coast TV News Midday today, have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.